Hello, welcome to Chess Prime. As part of this video, we are going to see a recent buzzword called TOON. So TOON full form is token oriented object notation. It's mainly used in the ALM space when we are interacting with the AI models. So this format can be useful while sending to the data. So that's the main purpose. So before understanding what's the tool, why to use it, when to use it, where to use it, so we need to understand some of the existing things. So for in industry, we are using the JSON format, right? So we are using JSON format, and we are building the APIs or services by using the JSON format. So this is the traditional approach. So far we are doing it. And when we are using the JSON, what is happening, though JSON is very friendly, but the size is more, the JSON content, it is taking more size. Due to that, the entire performance will decrease, right? So thus it will become a slow. And in case of AI space, when we are interacting with AI, if the data is sending via JSON format, so then it will take more costly because the token size is more in case of JSON format. Whereas in case of instead of JSON, if you going to use the a toon, what will happen? There is a new format got introduced by toon, and which will save the cost approximately 40 to 7 percentage, and due to the token size is less compared to the JSON. So the overall token size is less, so obviously the speed will increase, the performance will increase. So that's the more benefit of the toon compared to the JSON. So the JSON structure size is more, the token size is more, it will be more costly, whereas the toon object format token size is less, so that the performance is more and the cost is less. So that's the basic difference between the JSON and tool. So when you are interacting with AI models, so you can convert the JSON into the a toon format, and you can send to the AI model, so that the overall size will be decreased and the token format will be decreased, so that the price also will obviously it will reduce and the overall performance will be increased. Now come back to the technology. So the toon will support various format like TypeScript, Python, .NET, Go, Java, various languages it's supporting currently. So now let me show you the simple JSON format, and we will understand how the token size is more compared to the toon. If you see, this is one of the traditional JSON format. So far we are using it, right? So if you observe very closely in this JSON format, we can see the curly braces and double quotes, and we can see the comma, every line end with comma is one of the additional character we are using, and we are using the lot of empty spaces, right? So these are the empty spaces, quotes, curly braces, comma. So these are become as part of the entire input for the ALM, so that will be increasing overall your token size. So due to that, the price will increase. So that's the major drawback with the JSON. So when you're using the JSON, so we have to send a lot of additional tokens as part of the input, so that will be taking more costly. So that's the major issue with the JSON. So now let me show you the sample tone format, how the size will reduce, the overall token size will reduce, so that we are going to see it. Now we can see this is one of the URL which can be used to compare the JSON and toon, and we can see the token number of the tokens and how the performance will increase, how the cost will save, so that we can see it. So let me paste the sample JSON. If you see, so this is the sample JSON what I have pasted over here, and the corresponding toon format we can see here, right? So let me check the token size. If you use this token to give the input to your LLM model, so it will cost you around 65 token size, right? In the same case, if you convert the entire JSON into the toon format, we can able to see the token size is around 41 tokens. So we can see the number of tokens size is decreased from 65 to 41. So in that case, if you see, so the JSON contain totally around 65 tokens, and the same kind of data we can see in two format around 41. So that will decrease the total overall token reduction 34%. So that is the benefit of the a toon format when you are interacting with the AI LLM. So you can use the toon so that the overall token size will reduce, and you will be getting um, the token reduction, and corresponding cost will be saved. So this is one of the main difference between the JSON and toon. Now let me show you another example which is having more size of employees instead of the simple one. So now I have replaced the simple JSON with the a list of elements which contain the JSON objects. If you see here, we can see here there is a JSON elements inside the list. We can see hikes. We can see around three elements inside the hikes list. So now let me compare the total token counts. If you see inside this JSON, we can see the total token is 223, and when we convert the same JSON into the toon format, we can see 104. So due to that, the cost save will be coming around 57%. So that's the benefit of the toon. So in this case, the cost saving is more because here we have the a list of elements. A list is called hikes. Inside that we have a hike. So due to that, the list is saving a lot of a save due to the number of tokens got reduction. So this is another example which we can see the comparison between the JSON and toon. The token size is reduced a lot, and that will save around the 57 percentage. Now let me show you the official toon documentation, GitHub documentation. There we can see the more details. This is the official toon documentation which is available in the GitHub, and you can able to find all these links in the video description. Now let me open the main thing about this. This is what we have to understand it. So if you see this diagram, what we can understand. So when you are interacting with the ALLM, so generally you have the JSON and try to convert the JSON into the toon format and then send to the LLM, so that you will be getting around 30 to 60% of the token size reduction. So that will be the save, that will save your cost. So that's the benefit of the conversion JSON to tool. And you can use the various languages it's supporting. It's like Java, .NET, Python. It's supporting for toon conversion. So that's the cost saving part. Now come back to the accuracy. What will happen when you convert a JSON to toon? You can see the accuracy retrieval part. The toon is giving almost 73% or 74% accuracy, but whereas in case of JSON you will be getting around 69 or 70%. So that much difference is there. So in case of accuracy, we have better accuracy compared to the JSON. In case of cost saving, we have 30 to 60%. We can save the cost. It's depend upon the data types, what is there currently in the JSON or toon structure. Now come back to the documentation part. If you see this official document, you can get these details in the from GitHub. And the tool is a kind of YAML and CSV formats it is following. That YAML is mainly indentation format, but whereas in case of CSV it's a tabular format. It will use both the formats, and we can able to form the tool. So that's the basic definition of the tool. Now come back to the some of the important things what we can see it. The key features we can see here is the tool is more efficient, like I said, right? It will save the cost around 74% to 40%, and due to that it will increase the efficiency, and we can save the cost as well. And it's a kind of encoded format, so we can convert JSON to tool and we can use it, so that we don't have any data loss compared to the JSON. And it's more LLM friendly, and whenever you're interacting with the LLM you can use the tool so that you can save the cost. And though we are not able to understand that much easily the tool, but these LLM systems will understand it, so that we don't have any issues. And the syntax is very minimal, you don't see that much complexity. Like comparing if you compare with the AML, right? So AML will follow the lot of indentation, and we can see the lot of error prone. But whereas in case of tool, the syntax is very minimal, you don't have any that much complexity. And also it will follow the tabular arrays in the format like a CSV, how we can see the CSV data. So that's the benefit. And also it will support the various languages, like I said, TypeScript, Python, Go, .NET, various other languages. And in case of when you are sending the data to the service, so the media type should be text slash toon. And when we are trying to save the toon data, we have to give the extension as dot toon. So that's one of the um, meta details. So the mainly we have to use this tool when we are interacting with the LLM model. So that's where we are getting the benefit. And now we can see the some of the benchmarks how the accuracy will save it accuracy and the tokens mainly. If you see the token will save the cost around 73%. If you use the similar kind of JSON, you can see the number of token size, right? Tokens, if you can convert the same data into the toon format, the token size is 2744. But whereas in case of JSON, it will be around 3000, and YAML 3700, and plain JSON 4500. So that's the difference when you compare the JSON with other formats, the token size. So this is one of the um, sample format which we tried for the 1000 tokens, right? So now compared to the next, go back to the second part, accuracy. So the accuracy is more when you compare to the other formats. The accuracy is more in the various format, you can see here, right? So the accuracy is more here compared to the other formats. 87 Gemini, GPT-5, it's giving 90% accuracy. So so the accuracy wise it's more compared to the other formats. Now compared to the last mixed data structures, when you have different types of data like e-commerce, so you can see the uh, a toon compressing the token size is 72,000, whereas in case of other JSON format we have 100,000, whereas in here 72,000. And there are some other different formats called semi-uniform event logs. So, right, you can see here 153,000 tokens, whereas in case of JSON you can see 180,000. So this is one of the basic difference. We can see the token size how it is compacting compared to the other formats. I think that's all about this video. We can see the basic difference between the toon and JSON comparison, and the benefit what we are going to gain it, the token compression in the toon format compared to the JSON. Okay, that's all about this video. If you like the video, you can subscribe the channel for more subsequent updates, and thank you.